One of Britain's finest actors of stage and screen, Dame Maggie Smith, has died at the age of 89.
I am in the business of putting old heads on young shoulders, and all men...
She played many much-loved characters over the decades, including the prime of Miss Jean Brodie and in the Harry Potter films. Now, in other news, Dame Maggie Smith, star of the Harry Potter films and Downton Abbey, has died at the age of 89. A legend of stage and screen, she won 2 Oscars during her career, the first for the prime of Miss Jean Brodie in 1970 and the second for California Suite in 1979. In the last few minutes, the King has paid tribute to her as a national treasure. Our culture editor, Katie Razzle, looks back at her life.
That was bloody brilliant.
Oh, thank you for that assessment, Mr. Weasley.
Her Professor McGonagall in the Harry Potter films introduced Dame Maggie Smith to a whole new generation.
Little girls, I am in the business of putting old heads on young shoulders.
But it was another teacher role that won her first Oscar. The prime of Miss Jean Brodie was an acting masterclass.
Put the van in your drive? That never occurred to me.
And over 7 legendary decades, she admitted her nerves at being her best often got to her.
I think I just get extremely grumpy and very touchy and just furious of myself, really. You're not St. John, are you?
St. John who?
She may have seemed, you know, haughty and in charge of everything. But I think inside there was an anxiety to get it right. But she always did. She was so bloody good. You can forgive somebody for being the best of the best, can't you?
She made her name on the stage.
I love you with so much of my heart. There is nothing left to protest.
One of the finest theatre actors of her generation.
In her great performances, you think you've got the measure of her, but you never have, because she's always ahead of you. She's always taking you somewhere thrilling, strange, interesting and unexpected. Truly, I never worked with anybody like her.
Janet, quick, come here. What's that? There.
Dame Judi Dench, her contemporary and equal, was a lifelong friend.
We're going to work forever if we're asked.
But you're always asked first, if I may say so. I'm turning on you now. It's all coming out now. Oh, good.
That droll wit and waspish humour became her trademark, a scene stealer as the Dowager Countess in Downton Abbey.
And of course I'll have the weekend.
We'll discuss this later. We mustn't bore the ladies.
What is a weekend?
Have you ever watched Downton? You're not?
I've got the box set.
Witty to the end. The King said tonight the curtain has gone down on a national treasure.
Dame Maggie Smith, who's died at the age of 89.
Good evening. She was a true legend of her generation. Stars of the stage and screen have paid tribute to one of London's most beloved acting talents tonight. Dame Maggie Smith died this morning at the age of 89. From Harry Potter to Downton Abbey, Dame Maggie was adored by fans across all generations and for generations to come, said the Prime Minister, who described her as a national treasure. Her glittering career started right here on the London stage. Helen Keenan looks back at her extraordinary life.
Their arrival from King's Cross brought with them a new generation of fans for an actress with a lifetime of success.
I shall place the sorting hat on your head and you will be sorted into your houses.
Before the screen, her talent was first showcased on the London stage. Ilford-born Maggie Smith showed such star quality that she won a Tony Award for the play Lettuce and Lovage that she started at the Old Vic.
I cannot accept merely. I do not do anything merely.
A part written especially for her.
The winner is Maggie Smith in California Suite.
Awards soon came from the screen too, picking up 2 Oscars and 7 BAFTAs. Known for her moving performances, which blended seamlessly with her comedic timing.
I won a prize for painting.
In London comedy The Lady in the Van, a memoir of an elderly woman who lived in a dilapidated van on a North London driveway for 15 years. And here as the Dowager Countess of Grantham in ITV drama Downton Abbey.
Oh, do you think I might have a drink? Oh, I'm so sorry. I thought you were a waiter.
Her co-star Hugh Bonneville saying anyone who ever shared a scene with Maggie will attest to her sharp eye, sharp wit and formidable talent. She was a true legend of her generation. While making the final Harry Potter film, she was given the all clear from breast cancer. Fans watching the play in the West End today paid tribute.
She never left the stage, she never left screens. She just worked and worked and worked, and I admire that in anybody, but particularly females. It's a hard industry to be in.
She was a great actor, and I think she did a wonderful job of showing people how you can be nice, you can be normal and be outstanding as an actor.
Like similar to when Robbie Coltrane died, it's that feeling of numbness, like someone you've grown up with, just seeing like that they're gone.
Her sons confirmed that she passed away peacefully at Chelsea and Westminster Hospital this morning. An intensely private person, she was with friends and family at the end. She leaves 2 sons and 5 loving grandchildren who are devastated by the loss of their extraordinary mother and grandmother. In recent years, she added another title to her damehood, Companion of Honour, recognised by the Queen, and shared a cup of tea on camera with her fellow famous dames to reminisce and discuss their acting careers.
In America, they call you Dame Plowright, don't they?
Yeah.
And Dame Smith. And Dame
Mrs. Dame.
Yeah. Mrs. Dame.
And what would become her final official role, the face of fashion house Loewe. Not only bowing out as a style icon, but a magnificent actress generations will continue to marvel over.
Dame Maggie Smith, who's died aged 89.